So good day everyone. So before we proceed to the topic or the question and answer portion, allow me to introduce myself. I am Carlo Jacob Gumapak and from Bethlehem IA1A. So question number 1. As a teacher with a knowledge on different developmental tasks or developmental stages, how would you integrate the practice of the expected developmental tasks for middle and late childhood and adolescent students in the delivery of your lesson? So, in the middle and late childhood, this would be a 6 to 8 years old. So first thing that we'll do is ask and make an activity to be made by pair. This will be in order for that they can share and exchange ideas as well as promotes friendship and accepting opinion in each other. Both of them made idea and build harmony of the classroom. Second one is the modeling. Teacher use a strategy called I do, we do, you do to model a skill. And the third one is make and debate as activity. We can know how a student might understand and the discussion we hear his or her opinion. In adolescents, there will be a 13 to 18 years old. So first, we have a creating are slightly more difficult tasks. This will be more difficult tasks will require more concentration on the part of the learners and will stretch their minds, this increasing students' engagement. The second is introducing competitions in the classroom. Most TENS are very competitive as we teenager or as teenager is a very competitive is nowadays. So we'll get involved in almost any task if there is a competition element involved. Make track a point and give some prizes. So third one is going for an open-ended task. This will be you can provide multiple points of entry and allow for varied and multiple solutions that will increase motivation and promote creativity. This adolescent part and this third answer is most interesting and it's a good ideas such as all. It is creative ideas because it's be a varied and multiple solutions. It will increase motivation and promote creativity. So when we say creativity, it will create yourself or innovation or create something new. That is you and it's as unique as you. So question number 2. In your own words, enumerate and discuss the amplification of each psychosocial stage by Eric Erikson, including each stage's maladaptations and malignancies and their implication to child and adolescent learning. So first, trust versus mistrust. So this stage begins at birth, continues to approximate 18 months of age. During this stage, the infant is uncertain about the world in which they live and looks towards their primary caregiver for stability and consistency of care. Second, autonomy versus shame and doubt. This stage occurs between the ages of 18 months to approximately 3 years child. At this stage are focused on developing a sense of personal control over physical skills and a sense of independence. 3. Initiative versus guilt. During the initiative versus guilt stage, children assert themselves more frequently. Children begin to plan activities, make ups, games, and initiate activities with others. So number 4, industry versus inferiority. So occurs during childhood between the ages of 5 and 12. Children are at this stage where they will be learning to read and write to do some things on their own. So number 5, identity versus role confusion occurs during adolescence from about 12 to 18 years. During this stage, adolescents search for a sense of self and personal identity through an intense exploration of personal values, beliefs, and goals. So number 6, intimacy versus isolation. This stage takes place during young adulthood between the ages of 18 to 40 years old. During this stage, the major conflict centers on forming intimate, loving relationships with other people. Number 7, generativity versus stagnation. So this stage takes place during middle adulthood ages 40 to 65 years. These individuals may feel disconnected or involved with their community and with society as whole. Success in this stage will lead to the virtue of care. So last number is number 8, ego integrity versus despair. So this stage begins at approximate age 65 and death. During this time, what we contemplate our accomplishments and can develop integrity if we see ourselves as leading a successful life.
Everyone in your life will hurt you sooner or later. It's for you to decide which is more important, the pain or the person.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
So question number 3. Present a moral dilemma and answers or solutions for the dilemma that will qualify for each stage of moral development. So allow me to present the situational of moral dilemma. So a woman was near death from a unique kind of cancer. There is a drug that might save her. The drug cost us $4,000 per dosage. The sick woman husband hence went to everyone he knew to borrow the money and tried every legal means, but he could only get together about $2,000. He asked the doctor scientist to discover the drug for a discount or he let him pay later, but the doctor scientist refused. Here are Goldberg's stages. Level 1, pre-conventional. For stage 1, obedience and punishment. So he should not steal the medicine, because otherwise he will be put in prison. So level 2, conventional level. Stage 3, conformity. He should steal the medicine because his wife expects it. Stage 4, law and order. Hen should not steal the medicine because the law prohibits stealing. Level 3, most conventional level. So, stage 5, human rights. Hen should steal the medicine because saving his wife is more important than obeying the law. Stage 6, universal human ethics. So hence should steal the medicine because saving a human life is more fundamental value than respecting the property of another person. Okay, question number 4. Present and discuss at least 3 activities that will help primary schoolers develop fine and gross motor skill in schools. Explain why you choose such activities and how will help the child achieve such skills. Okay, first, drawing, coloring, and painting. So this helps not only their fine motor skills, but also creativity and imagination too. Try different types of painting and different mediums like crayons, chalk, finger paints, brush painting, or charcoal to spark their interest and strengthen your child's hands-eye coordination. Painting with a paintbrush helps kids learn to hold a brush and gain greater control using this in their hands, including pencils and other items. Second, Play-Doh. Tactile play with good old favorite materials like Play-Doh is a great way for kids to experiment and build fine motor skills to make this even more interesting. You could make the Play-Doh with your child first before they play with it. Third one is cutting with scissors. So, I know everyone sounds a scissor is very dangerous for your child. But for this, using scissor is a great way to strengthen fine motor skills as well as improve hand and eye coordination and concentration. You can draw shapes for your child to cut around. Make some paper snowflakes. Even cut Play-Doh. Make sure you use age-appropriate scissors. An advisory is make sure you use age-appropriate scissors. So question number 5. Among the cognitive advances in adolescents is metacognition. As a teacher, as a future teacher of this kind of students, how would I help them develop and enhance metacognition to boost their academic performance at school? So before I give the answer, so when we say metacognition, refers to the knowledge we have of our own cognitive processes, where student practices metacognition, the act of thinking about their thinking help them make greater synthesis or their life experiences and start achieving higher level. I will make students practice recognize what they don't understand with my lesson and will in my discussion. So, this is the act of being confused and identifying one's lack of understanding is an important part of developing self-awareness. Take time, the end of challenging class to us. It is very important as the teacher, as we teacher, we hear the students to speak out their minds that we can understand their lesson, that our lesson, our discussion. It is important to us to help them, to recognize them, to recalibrating their minds and redirecting their steps. The second one. So, get students to debate and discuss topics relating to metacognition. This article might be helpful in planning this activity and inspiring some ideas on how to use debates to foster metacognition awareness. So, last one. Students should write a letter to themselves from their future selves. So the letter should explain to them how they can improve their performance in school and why it is important that they do so. So a good way to promote metacognition, reflection, and regulation whilst reminding students that enhancing learning power, it's their responsibility and that ultimately they will be ones. So, education is the strongest foundation of a powerful nation. And I believe that through education, we receive light. And that light, we receive hope. And that hope, we pursue our dreams. And those dreams, we proceed for a better tomorrow. So education is a ticket for the better future. And I thank you.